Bottom right corner of the map, our blue Terran player. This is Oliveira. Taking on. In the bottom left, our red Zerg. We have Solar. We'll set this off. You have an Overlord on the way across here initially, making some moves. We'll follow Overlord for the first few moments, get ourselves into this. That's what everyone else is looking at. What does everyone else find exciting? Yeah, the Overlord as well. Me too, guys. Me too. I also find the Overlord move very exciting. Yo, Beth Ilbus, thank you so much for gifting out another sub. Gonna go out to XDeadpoolXX. Thank you so much for the generosity. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. It will be popping out in just a few moments, so just gonna go and move that around for a little bit here. That's settled in. Let's see where we're gonna go to. Okay, we're gonna fire a couple of lings. We'll start to take some damage already, so a few shots coming through there. Just going to be seeing the lings and drones going to go back and forth for a little bit as we have the Reaper coming back across also now currently. And just having action continuing for a few moments. The Reaper coming back across, heading back into the center for a little bit as well. Try and see what else we can get done. Takes position, a couple queens will take some damage. Having the hatchery still building up on that left-hand side. The link speed coming through, queen and the drones all producing as well. It's just getting a lot of that up and on the way. It continues back across currently as we make our way over. Just gonna have the Reaper hitting a few more shots. Again, a couple of Hellions coming up as well. What's up, Gladurja? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing great. Thank you so much. And Hellions will continue to move. A little grenade goes down. Queen takes some damage as the other couple of queens continue to gather up together for the moment. Actually, got the Hellions through. A couple drones go down. The Ling's going to try and play wraparound and play cleanup, but a couple drones, a few Zerglings. These Hellions have been pretty worth their time. Will be the end of them. I guess the Reaper goes down as well, which is not exactly ideal. As again, the factory moves over to the side, get the tech lab in position, and the barracks will go down as well. There you go, the Hellions and the Viking continue to come across. Continue to make some plays right now as we get settled in. A couple of Hellions will start a fight, a few hits coming about here and there. Hellions get back into the top side. So Zergling's going to try and chase. The Hellions will take some shots. Queen is going to be there as well. So the Hellions will continue to get hunted. Both of those go down. Do not love this continued dive from Oliveira. Just so unnecessary. And coming out of that with less Hellions and not really any gained information or anything, right? Like, there was no real benefit from just giving your Hellions up in this one, so don't exactly love that. Additional barracks all still on the way through. Same in the 1-1 all coming about as well. Just getting those melee and carapace upgrades being brought through. Siege tank is coming up as we speak. Drones getting lasered from afar. So a little bit of damage being done on those ones, as we do have. Queen's going to try and get back in the other direction and see what they can maybe do over here. Bane Nest is coming up. The Queen's going to be there. Liberator goes down immediately. So that's going to be the end of that. There is a push on the other side from Solar, just trying to get onto the bottom side of this. As Oliveira is playing off the gold base on this bottom side and is apparently going to then 8 racks from that. So, fun little setup from Oliveira. As yo, Gravix4040, thank you so much for the 17-month resub on the Prime. Welcome back. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Melee upgrade, attack upgrade still coming through. The combat shield is coming in as well. Marines, tank, and medevacs all producing, as we do see the rest of the Zerglings can now morph into the Banes. So those Banes morph in. The Marines coming through the center, getting past the watchtower. We'll stem up again. Just going to see a couple of those creep teamers going down, and again the Ling Bane will continue across. Going to target fire down a few of those Banes immediately, so damage being done. And then the medevacs step back and move out of there for the moment. A couple extra Banes continue to come by. Ling Bane and Baneling speed continuing to produce currently. We do have ourselves another command center going to go down over in the corner. The medevacs continue to make their way about just for the moment. He's going to stem straight up here. Solo's already going to take some damage, so a few shots immediately. The Queen's taking some damage, and obviously the Bane speed only just now finishing. The tank's in a good spot. Obviously, it's very awkward because of the Zerg. This position is not immediately scary from the Terran, but you can't really engage into it because you've got to come from one direction. You cannot go from multiple angles and get the wraparound you're usually looking for. You've got to just come from this natural position, unless you have some way to make your way through the center of the map, which I think we're going to start trying to set up for now, perhaps. Some of the units just moved across in that direction. Maybe a drone over there to kind of open up those minerals, but that should have been something we did ahead of time. Now you're going to be doing that very late on. And these Marines are going to continue to fight, and the tanks are putting some good damage in. Units coming down the ramp are taking an absolute beating. There are the minerals opened up, so the Ling Bane can come in and set up the surround, but we've already advanced further into the natural. At this point, this position here is a choke point we can kind of defend as well. The biggest thing that Ling Bane might do is just stop reinforcements from streaming across the map, as we are apparently just going to commit those, so we're going to send it. Tanks on both sides. The Banelings are going to actually have enough numbers to reach the Marines, and the cleanup is made from Solar. He gets there in the end. Ooh. Marines gathering up. Again, 2 upgrades coming in on both sides to continue to get this going. Rocks do get knocked down. That's a big deal. Now you've got to eat through those rocks to be able to kind of come through the center again. Oliveira will continue through the bottom of the map. He took a 4th base already. He's taken a 5th base on location on the 2nd gold. So he's really going to power up on the gold bases. From the Banes, forcing the medevacs to load up the Marines again. Big drop to the top. Solo will not see this one coming, so it's going to be a surprise for him as we run in there, and there's a bunch of drones we can grab. Actually stopped for the hatch and the queen for a second. That maybe cost you a few of the drones that you could have had instead. Either way, the hatchery will fall, so they'll get put back down to 4 bases. That's going to be a nice slowdown from Oliveira. Good play from him to make life a little bit more difficult for Solar right here in this game number 1. Marines are going to step up again. Siege tank gets siege. We do see our +1 vehicle weapons is on the way through. The drilling claws also in production as our Marines will gather. And Queens are going to actually get rid of a medevac already. So that medevac already going down. The other Marines continue to fight. Tank is going to get jumped on a little bit. Ling Bane continuing to move through. We just pull back a little further. Ling Bane is going to continue by. Marines will spread. The tank was great. It did a lot of splash damage here. I just don't know if we've got enough to keep going. The thing is, Oliveira doesn't need to win this with one big push anymore. Solar is obviously up against someone who's got a 5th base ready to mine on a gold when he gets it landed again. Oliveira going to take the chance to knock down these rocks. That's funny because it's going to block the entry on the bottom from Solar, but it's also going to stop him from defending his bases easily. Oh, did the command center just block the rocks from dropping? Those rocks didn't drop. Is that because the CC is there? Oh, that's fascinating, because obviously a unit stuck under those rocks would die, but apparently a building can't die. That's... Oh, I didn't know that. I guess, actually, we did know that. There was that map where you could engineer and bay block where the rocks drop down to break the tower, and then you could supply depot, and then the rocks wouldn't fall, but the tower breaks. It's funny. The CC's like half HP, so it does take damage. Oh, that's funny. But it cleans out the rocks. It takes damage, but the rocks can't spawn. So it does do damage. That's wild. Oliveira looking very good supply-wise, as we do see Marines, tanks, Widow Mines all combining to push on through here. Widow Mine shots are very good across the board. Very good damage done there initially. The rest of the Marines join back up together, 3-3. Still being brought through as well. Tank's still taking a lot of hits. The Bane's getting pushed back the other way. The Overseer coming through. Some Ultras are about to come out. We've seen, obviously, a position like this for Oliveira in this game previously. This time, I do not think Solar has enough to fight this off. And, yeah, Terran's definitely figuring out fun ways to play this map and make it look very, very favored to them. It'll be interesting to see how the Zergs start to respond on this map and how they figure it. Our red Terran player is going to be Oliveira. He's up a game, taking on the blue Zerg in the top right of the map. Solar here on ley lines. Up a game, obviously first match we've seen of Oliveira. Guess that's a good precedent for what to expect from him today, perhaps. Be, like I say, just a fascinating group to watch unfold. The deeper we get, the more confusing the group becomes, the more that's to be figured out. Take a couple moments here to set up on ley lines. Solar just having some rough early games and unable to really handle some of these Terran pushes. Definitely being one of the issues he's had so far. We kind of saw it earlier against Beyond. It was a fairly similar story as well, in fact. Well, moving up, we are just going to be seeing the Reaper and the Orbital on the way in. Hatchery. We'll finish shortly. Bring that through as the SCV. Going to take a turn up into the natural as well. drone gonna move about a little bit, so a little bit of journeying around right there. Nothing too crazy as we settle ourselves down. Reaper still coming through. It's gonna be seeing the command center is about to finish. The link speed coming by. The Reaper is obviously blocking that third hatch for a little bit. It's just been a little bit of an annoyance for a few moments there. Doing the best that we can for a little bit. Alien's still building through. The link speed coming up. The drones are in production. And obviously, that starboard finish, we'll see a bit more of what the plan is here from Oliveira. Maybe the tech lab could be his. For the Cloak Banshees, probably not, because he just started up Stim, but it was a cool little possibility. An idea. What was maybe to be. Couple queens coming through, the drone's still producing. Liberator and Stimpack building as our Hellions gonna get jumped on. The couple of queens are gonna get there, push the Hellions back a little bit, the Reaper as well. Our hatchery is about to finish, and our drones will continue to build. Queens coming up also as we just have our barracks on the way from Oliveira, so those racks coming online. One Marine's gonna get there, the Overlord will continue to take damage, the Liberator will add a little bit of damage output as well. And that Stimpack is going to be halfway done here in the next few moments, and that's maybe what Oliveira just builds towards. Nice, fast Stimpack, followed up from the Liberator harassment. Lings will move about. The rest of the Lings coming back around. Marines will be there. Lings get pushed the other side. Seeing our Hellions now Reaper move about. Liberator coming the other way. Combat Shield will start. Medivacs and Marines all coming through. The Crib Teamers will get picked away at. Circling's around that right side. Seal moving. We got the drones on the left finishing. And the Medivacs will load up a whole group of units as well. And they're going to get taken straight out further onto the map. And away they go for a few moments. Combat Shield and 1-1 upgrades. Building still from Oliveira as well. So all of that continues through. Again, the 1-1 Combat Shield coming up. The Orbital Command coming by. So you're going to see those Medivacs still moving to the edges as the Hellions will come up as well. They get a drone there pretty much immediately. Not a bad start as again our 1-1 missile upgrades come through. The Lings going to take some damage. The Queens do have to take a step back eventually. And our missile and carapace upgrades coming through. That Roach speed building up. Our Solo loses a few drones, and we'll try and play this Roach style and ley lines to get him through to the later stages of the game, seeing how well that will go for him. Medivacs keep moving. The Queens will fire. Liberator's going to be there. The Spore Crawler fires back as well. Again, still got the attack and armor upgrades going through. The Liberator gets shot down by the Spore Crawler. Marines will unload. Lings running in. The Marines will kite backwards, dealing with those Lings a little bit. Roach goes down. Queen's still taking damage. The other Marines are going to have to step back and away. The Roaches get bopped one more time. The Roaches will continue to trade out, but not going to be able to do enough as the Marines load back into Medivacs. And they're going to escape away through the top side of the map. Away they go for the moment. Factory number 2 on the way from Oliveira. I suggest we're probably going to see a 4th base starting from him in the fairly near future as well, would be the expectation of this. Those Queens will continue to go through, pushing the Marines back a little further as well. The 1-1 upgrade's about to complete. And then Marines loading into the Medivacs to try and play Getaway. Well, Marines just going to go loading up once again. Just going to be pulling back for a couple of moments. Marines continue to move along. Ling Roach Ravager setting up. The Medivacs ready to unload in the center. Overlord goes down. A couple of Procurers get picked away. And a couple of Lings will fall. The Roach Ravager steps up. Marines load back into the Medivacs again. They're just going to be seeing the melee upgrade and adrenal glands coming through too. Well, Vipers continue to produce with that adrenal glands. Really getting us into that nice late game stage of the CVT now. So, selling our teeth, or sinking our teeth into this later game at the moment. Well, the Hellions continue to... So the Terrans continue to move into the center of the map, and we do have our Roach Ravager stepping back the other way. The Marine tank is moving around as well. For some reason, Hellions on the mind. Hellions are long gone as 2-2 upgrades continue through. A little skirmish starting in the middle. We're going to go there. Just some creep clearing for the moment. A hat-trick gets cancelled in the forward position. Oliveira up a game, remember, in this series. Probably denying the forward bases and stopping Berserk from getting to 5 bases comfortably is a pretty big win. Step through again. The creep team is continuing to go down. There's a lot of creep being cleaned up. Potential for this Ultra Bane to move into those tanks. We are still fighting on the right side as well. I think Oliveira just had to lift up there against those Roaches. Not quite enough Marines left in that portion of the army, so we'll not stick around for it. Again, Kindness Plane is continuing through. The +2 melee and +3 carapace all on the way up at the moment. We see a bunch more group spread being spread out on the map as well, as the Marines will continue to unload from the Medivac. So Marines will unload. Again, the Spire coming up, the Hatchery is coming through, +2 melee, +3 carapace coming in. This Ghost Academy is about to complete as well. A lot of additional creep tumors continue to produce. Drones going down. A lot of Ling Bane Ultra going down the left-hand side as well. A couple of tanks get jumped on immediately. Planetary Fortress is firing it up. We do see a lot of Bane lanes going to get in and picking off that mineral line. That's 15 SCVs falling, plus the base that can be replaced easily. Oliveira gets rid of another Ultra across the map. His supply is struggling for the moment, but I think he'll bounce back from that without too much issue. We'll lose a few more units to the Spore Crawler. Gets the base again. I mean, you're still keeping Soul on 4 bases. There is the top left to consider. Like I say, we can retake the forward base ourselves as Oliveira very easily. That should be a pretty quick something that we can move towards and handle, so that's not really a problem at all. Again, +2 melee, +3 carapace, both being built. Got those upgrades on the way. Our first Ghost taken to the stage. This is getting to that point where Ghosts are going to be pretty essential. Some Corruptors coming up as well from Solo to try and deal with the Liberators. They're also likely going to be an issue. The Medivac's going to get rid of a couple creep tumors. The Ultras in the center going to come to the sides. Ravager Bane going to move across as well. Medivac's load up and boost the heck away. So We've got a couple of Liberators coming out. The Widow Mine's producing. Medevac's being chased. Nice abduct is going to help us to get rid of a full Medevac there. Good little bit of efficiency from Solo, the kind of thing that you're probably going to need to see more of from him as this game continues. Little pickoffs, especially against a later game Terranomi that trades very effectively for the most part. You're going to want to be as on top of that as you can be. Trying to handle that in the best way possible as getting the 3-3 upgrades, cloaking, ghosts, marauders, liberators, tanks, and Widow Mines all producing. The CCs are coming up as well. The ultras are going to get on top of the CC here already. Star goes down, the bunker falls, the depots take some more shots. You can see the 3-3 upgrades going through. Again, Lings and an Ultra coming up. The Bane coming up as well. +1 flyer attack is coming in. We're going to get rid of this hatchery on the top left-hand side, so Oliveira will win there. Still having issues with bases, I guess, because he is not allowed a 5th base so far, and that is going to be something he needs to figure out at some point of this. Those Widow Mines go pretty nicely for him. They all do end up dying, but good to get a few of them picked off. +3 attack, about to finish. Just going to have ourselves the Perfumers being cleaned up once again. Still got the drilling claws coming through. Liberator, Siege Tank, Marauder producing as well. A couple more Widow Mines are coming about. As things do get there. A few more SCVs getting picked apart. There's the Bio Army just knocking down the hatch as well. Just going to take that out as we go. Again, having ourselves the things being chased away back up to the top for the moment. Ultra Bane moving forward as well. The Roger Ravager also producing just for now. And our drilling claws coming about. +3 armor on the way. Just going to see the siege tank in the front going down is now going to have to siege up the rest of these tanks. And we are going to have the Marauders continuing through as well. The Corruptors will sit there. Widow Mine goes off on the Overseers. A lot of snipes coming down. Oliveira's supply is struggling, mostly in terms of workers. Kind of supply you can bounce back on. He really just needs to establish the 5th base, and I think we're still very much so in this, still feeling pretty decent for the most part right now. Tank will just siege up. We're just going to be seeing the extra ghosts and the siege tanks coming through as well. Widow Mine's going off. Once again, it's the SCV count that keeps on going down here for Oliveira, so SCV is the problem. His army supply is good, but you need to have the economy because you need to rebuild on the back of some of these Zerg attacks, right? You're going to trade well, but that doesn't mean you can go without rebuilding at all. Vikings will shoot. A couple overseas taking shots. Good snipes coming up across the Corruptors. Corruptors end up taking a lot of damage right there. Big hits. Again, the +2 vehicle weapons coming through. The concussor shells is on the way. Neosteel plating is building. Still got tank, liberator, mine all building up as well. Obviously maxed out here on ley lines. Big map, a lot of bases available. Solo will have economy for quite a long time as the Lings move down to the south. Tank is good, hits the Ultra. Ling Bane gathers up as well. Keep on moving with this. The Bio going to step forward. A couple of Lings go down too. Bio steps up and now a couple of Creep Teamers are going to get knocked down. More shots coming up one more time. Bane's is going to roll in towards that mineral line. A few more SCVs will get blasted. We've seen that bio still whacking through. A few drones taking damage. Just going to be seeing the feelings coming back around. And then Marines will unload. Marauder's going to pop through. Tanks still coming up. Marine Marauder medevac coming in. Water mines building. Lings will continue to run forward a little bit. A couple more snipes lining up. The tanks firing as well nicely so far. The Banes are going to morph. Oliveira in a big position in the middle of the map, but he needs to hold this. Down a little bit of supply already. Again, it's mostly the worker supply he's down on. He's getting a lot of splash damage off. Fire pushing through. The Ghost still stepping up. We are going to see this hatchery taking some more hits, so Hatch taking a bit more damage. Crypt Humor is still going down as well. Those 3 vehicle weapons coming through. The Marine Marauder coming up. The Widow Mines and Planetary Fortresses are on the way. Ling Bane continues to the left-hand side. Going to go straight into that planetary as the Banes going to crash through. A lot of SCVs going down. I mean, that's what Solo needs, right? Keep the Terran off of these bases and you're going to have a good time eventually. Terran will run out of money. A couple of Widow Mines. Could have been big if those drones kept moving towards the mines. That could have been massive. Obviously doesn't happen. Good reaction from Solo, recognizing what was up. There's not a lot of units, but they're going to kill the base, it seems. I mean, the map is getting very drawn out at this point, so I guess it's not too surprising to see bases actually ending up dropping down. More drones moving over. Ling Bane Ultra keeps moving about. The tank's still firing. And +3 vehicle weapons coming up. Just going to see the rest of the bio stepping up a little bit. Just going to see a CC morphing into an orbital in the front. There's going to be a couple of shots coming about. Ling Bane coming through. Army keeps pressing forwards. Good snipes on the Ultras. I mean, that's the sort of efficiency you can find as a Terran. And comes about once again. Just going to be some of the Lings coming around. A few drones transferring over. Ultra Ling Bane continuing to come up. Marine Marauder tank on the way out. Oliveira still hanging on in there, keeping those bases up. I love how much some of these Widow Mines have done. That one just goes for a bunch of kills as well. Those still moving about. Bio gathering through. Ultra Infesta, Ling Bane, all coming about. Tank, Marauders coming up as well. Continuing with all of this. It's going to be seeing the Ling Ultra getting down to the bottom side. We'll be having our bio coming around. Going to be seeing that Ultra's just going to dive in. Tank goes down. The Ling's going to wrap. Just going to be seeing the Ghosts going to go for the Ultras. The rest of the Ling's coming through as well. Things coming about again. The Infestors coming through. The Ultras will set up as well. I am moving again. Ghost in the center. Just going to be seeing the Corruptorlings coming about. Lingbane. Ultra Infestor coming around as Fungal does land onto the Marauders. Seven Broods coming about, a couple of Banes coming up. It's going to have ourselves the Ultra stepping in as well. Extra Lings coming around, the extra Banes coming up. Just going to see a couple Marines continue to fire. 10 drones going down already. Need to move about. Ghost on the way in. The Brood's going to clean up a little bit further. It's going to fire up. Broods are stepping in. I mean, Oliveira's supply clearly is not really there anymore. It just looks as though Solar's got this game 2 in the bag. Take us to a game 3 of the series. This group finally getting a bit of a longer game. We've not really had like a 20+ minute there. And Solar in the end is able to kind of brute force his way through this one as we step into this base. The attempt at repair on the planetary, but there's obviously Banes approaching. The Infestors are zoning the Ghost with some good Fungals as well. That base will go down. Oliveira says that is my last stand. And Solar from Falcons is going to tie this up 1-1. And we are going to go down side. Our blue Terran player. This is going to be Oliveira. In the top right, our red Zerg is going to be Solar. Bull goes down, a couple drones coming up. Rax is going to be on the way, make it a gas as well. Got ourselves settled into game number 1 of this best of 3. Sorry, game number 3 of this best of 3 as I set the scoreboard. One of those moments where your brain just fails you and goes to autopilot in a big way. Cracks coming in, SCV in production. Catch, gas, and pool coming through. I think I'm just going to get that drone on the way up. Extractor will get set up. Just going to have ourselves again the Queen, the Lings, and Overlord continue coming through. Catching the gas coming in for the moment to get ourselves settled. And those feelings will go across the map. Let's see what they can do as they journey out to the other side. Look to deal some damage. Feeling's gonna get up here. A couple of SCVs start to take some shots. We've seen SCVs fighting back a little bit. A couple Lings gonna get jumped on. It's gonna be seeing the Ling speed, the Queens, the drones all producing through. Drop the command center onto the high ground as well. It's gonna be triple CC coming up from Oliveira. So deals with those Lings initially. Losses are pretty much only the Zerglings. Nothing lost on the side of the Terran. So pretty good start for Oliveira. All said and done. We'll now have the third hatchery blocked and delayed for a little while. So good micro, good control from Oliveira. Does a great job of holding on here initially. Big plus on that one. I see a grenade dropping. Going to push the queen back a little further as well. So that queen gets shoved away. The drone going to go the other direction. Just gonna see how Roach Run continuing through the link speed coming up. And a couple queens just keep moving around. Just gonna see the Hellions, and the Reaper gonna get there. The Queen's gonna take a few more shots. A little grenade goes down. Queens get bopped. SCVs, Hellions, Liberator, all producing through the orbital command coming up. 7 roaches on the way from Solar as he gets himself some defense ready. Or is that more than defense? He's making lings along with it. It definitely seems like this might be more of a get the hell across the map and deal some damage scenario from our Zerg here in this game number 3. Played a long game 2. Try to open aggressively here for the lings as well. It didn't go that well. Not sure if I love the Roach Ling attack after the start was so rough as the Hellions. We'll see the Queens again. The lings are running by already. We have nothing right now on the map. The Liberator is coming across the map too. The Hellions will see the Roaches. Oliveira now knows Engineering Bay is to wall. That's a great start because those lings are about to cause issues. They might still cause issues. Engineering Bay will hold up for a little bit, but not forever. We're going to build another depot. That's going to not do, I guess it walls the bottom side. The Hellions are going to get back so they can actually deal with the lings. Okay, it bought enough time. We actually did buy enough time here, whereas the depot is going to say, do not let those lings in. Now those lings kind of get gifted a little bit. The Liberator Siege is back at home as well, and the Ravagers are not here, so the Liberator will live for the moment. That Lib should be looking to dodge away from future Ravager shots. There is a bunker now up and running. We'll obviously lose depots, but this has been pretty well handled so far by Oliveira. Some cool SimCitying to save the day a little bit. Roach Ravager steps up right now. The bunker will be repaired. SCVs are going to eat some of those corrosive vials. The bunker is actually not fully surrounded, so the damage output on it is going to be good enough, especially with this set of vials. No! Somehow the bunker is still alive! How has it not died? Finally it will fall! There is another bunker up, but there's no units to go in it. There's a bunker on the right. Okay, the Marines are there. They will get in it. Liberator is still sitting from afar and just doing what it can. Now it's going to get biled down. We did not move it in time for the first shot, but we did for the second. But it's going to get rebiled as the new Ravager shots come in. Finally, this Liberator should go down. Siege tank is now finally up, but do we have enough to stop the lings from blasting through? We do not. Solar is going to take it. An exciting bust here in the final game of this series as Solar will take the 2-1. That was a very exciting bust. That felt as though it could have gone any which way, actually, for a little bit.